Child, so Drake is out here on his sassy McNasty. He's still out here being sassy. We're going to talk about him. Dr. Heavenly came and she kept on running her mouth. Y'all know her mouth don't never stop. Anyway, so she told us that Sweet Tea allegedly was trying to kung fu kick King and was planning on fighting King. She also tells us a little bit more about what was said, what wasn't said with that whole argument. So we're going to recap that fight. We're going to recap Married to Medicine just a little bit more, and I'm going to tell y'all all the extra information Dr. Heavenly said. Y'all can let me know whether or not y'all believe her, child, because exactly. And then we also going to talk about Marquez and Trish just a little bit more. I'll leave that to the end because I know y'all kind of tired of them. But remember, we talked about those texts, those crazy texts that we saw from Diana Rose that Trish sent Diana Rose. Anyway, so I did a little bit more digging. Thank you, friend. I appreciate y'all always DMing me and giving me the tea. Anyway, so Marquez allegedly has responded to those texts and apologized, and I don't know. We'll talk about it because there's also some more alleged DV situations going on over there at Kingdom Reign. And then also, tell me why. Y'all remember when we first heard about Marquez going to Atlanta and y'all said that he was probably down there searching for Boonchie Cat? Tell me why in the YouTube streets they low-key trying to say that he was down there, you know, playing with some of the Saucy Santanas or going to Bulldogs. I told y'all what Bulldogs is. It's a poppin' gay club in Atlanta where a lot of, I ain't gonna say DL men go, but a lot of the boys be there. Anyway, so we gonna talk about that. Speaking of Saucy Santana, I didn't watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Well, I watched Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, but I ain't gonna review it. We could just talk about Saucy and Spice getting into it because to me that was the highlight of the episode. Anyway, so welcome back, friend. Exactly. Happy Wednesday. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all like this video. I just came to give y'all a little bit of tea before my lunch break. So we're gonna talk about a few things. Y'all know me. I'm gonna put the timestamps in the comments or whatever. And then later today we can talk about either Love and Hip Hop Miami or Traders or just whatever tea is out there. Drop down in the comments and let me know if it's something that y'all particularly want to talk about that I didn't skipped over after I took that weekend off. Exactly. Bear with me. Okay, so first, did y'all hear about ASAP Rocky? So ASAP Rocky was acquitted of all of his charges. I didn't follow the trial closely. I know that he was accused of shooting one of his friends, one of his old ASAP rap band group mates or whatever. So he was facing 24 years for a 2021 incident where him and his ex-friend got into it. They gave him a plea deal and they wanted him to serve 180 days in jail. So they wanted him to serve 6 months in jail and plead guilty to one of the felony counts. But we know that he just had 2 babies with Rihanna. Who the hell want to leave Rihanna for 6 months? Exactly. Anyway, child. So the charges were assault with a semi-automatic fire gun. The moral of the story is, so yesterday, it was late yesterday, he was acquitted on all charges. It made the news because as soon as he was acquitted for the first charge, when they read the not guilty verdict, he turns around and then one Caucasian lady got caught in the midst and he was like, and then just flew in the stands and hugged on Rihanna and his mama. It was so cute. It was so cute. I was like, I felt really happy for him. And Rihanna looked like she had tears in her eyes. You could tell her expression was was full of emotion. That was really, really cute. Her birthday is coming up. So, I mean, what better gift than your man is free? Your man ain't going to jail. Y'all finna go home, make a new baby. Exactly. I'm so happy for him. I'm happy that man got that drama out of his life because to me it seemed like the young man was lying on him. There was some back and forth about the gun that was used being a prop gun and not actually a real gun. Today some people was on the internet talking about we just couldn't prove it. We don't want to hear none of that shit. ASAP, go home, work on the album. Tell Rihanna, can we get an Umbrella Part 2? Can we get a Panda replay? Exactly. Anyway, so shout out to ASAP Rocky and Rihanna. Another black family is intact on today. So they put a smile on my face, friend. I'm just happy she got away from Drake ass. So, just because a dude got money and fame, you might be missing out on your true husband, your ASAP Rocky, fucking around with a Drake. Y'all better leave them light-skinned Scorpio men alone. I'm trying, even the dark-skinned ones, because Diddy a dark-skinned Scorpio. Anyway, child, so speaking of Drake, like I said, Drake is back in the news for being a corny ass nigga. Girl, so tell me why Drake ass was at his concert performing or whatever. I believe this was like yesterday. And he takes a DeMar DeRozan jersey and like make a little ugly face like and throw it in. And then he did it with the look. Like, girl, I don't even like him. Like that's your ex-boyfriend. First of all, what is your obsession with NBA players? He got LeBron name tatted on him. He was just getting into it with LeBron. Like, sir, if y'all don't know who DeMar is, that was a basketball player that he used to be cool with. I believe he used to play for the Raptors. Is Toronto Raptors? Exactly. Anyway, so with the diss and the beef going on, Kendrick mentioned it. He felt some type of way or whatever. But this is my whole thing. Either let the beef die, and I thought the beef was dead because you just came out with some love songs. You didn't even give a tap. You didn't even pinch Kendrick. Did you even pinch the bitch? No, you didn't. So stop throwing shots at everybody else. You throwing shots at LeBron, DeMar. He's a basketball player. He's not a rapper, poo-poo. Maybe if you would have focused on your craft, then this last album would have been good. Drop down in the comments, friend. Tell me, did y'all listen to Drake album? I didn't. I was going to review it on my other channel. No, I'm going to review Give Me a Hug. Tell me if y'all heard that song, Drake's new song called Give Me a Hug on his new album, and tell me if it's good, because I'm definitely biased. But let me know if it's good. Anyway, so his album is set to sell $200,000 for first week sales. I think Nicki did what, like 220,000? Kendrick did 360. 300, I think it is 360 for GNX. So as far as somebody being the GOAT, I guess it's a unanimous decision at this point. DJ Academics came out on a rant talking about this still his GOAT. His next album gonna do 500K, yada yada yada. But your fat funky ass was the same one who said that Kendrick took a L for doing 360,000 his first week. And why are we even talking about DJ Academics? Like, why does this man, I went on his YouTube channel the other day, and I was shocked that all of these people was still supporting him. Like, not after he got banned off of Twitch. He still got all of these people who supporting him, and we know he was just talking crazy to a 15-year-old boy. I guess, child. Anyway, so let's talk about Dr. Heavenly and Married to Medicine, because y'all had a lot to say in that video that I did about that. Because a lot of y'all was like, best friend, I don't give a fuck about what you talking about. King was dead wrong. King was trying to punk Dr. G. I'll allow it. That's how I feel. I'll allow it. Because we just saw how King... First of all, I don't understand why everybody's so mad that King punked Dr. G. Dr. G gets tough with women. He just cursed his wife out in front of everybody. Did we not hear about the allegations that Quad said he allegedly drug her down some steps or put his hand over her mouth or something like that during their marriage? Let me tell y'all what Dr. Heavenly said. Dr. Heavenly said when they were arguing, what really teed them off and escalated the argument between King and Dr. G was because King said, no, Dr. G said, I'm not about to fight you. I'm a doctor. And a lot of people in my comments said that too. Like, he a doctor, King a car salesman. What y'all call King? A chauffeur, a car salesman. Dr. G is a doctor. Why would he fight him? Apparently, when Dr. G said, I'm a doctor, I'm not finna fight you, King said, Oh, but you don't have no problem fighting women. Clock it. Clock it. So everybody who keeps defending Dr. G, I don't understand why people are defending this man when we just saw him curse his wife out and talk crazy to her and Quad. Granted, Quad might have deserved it because she was drunk and she was talking that shit. But did we not hear about him allegedly being physical with Quad? So if I'm King and this is my new wife, because allegedly on the streets they might be married. They saying that King and Quad might be married. Anyway, but of course King gonna feel some type of way because not only are you still disrespecting her, but she already told me that you got physical with her before. So now I'm on attack mode because I don't want my wife or I don't want my girlfriend thinking that this man who used to get physical with her can still verbally talk to her any kind of way. So I don't give a fuck about Dr. G short ass. Glasses can go. Because if Glasses, and he may have that short man's complex, getting angry, hollering, and all of that other stuff. And like I said, if we believe what Quad said about him being physical with her, I don't give a fuck. King could have bopped Dr. G on top of his head and I would have clapped. I would have gave a round of applause. Girl, and then she also said that once Sweet Tea got there, and I don't know if we're going to see this in the new episode because that's what it sounds like because all we seen was T running over there. So I don't know if they're going to edit this out or they're going to keep it in. But Heavenly also said that when Sweet Tea got over there, she was trying to get to King and was like, she gonna use her military experience, I guess, to fight King, and said that Dr. G can't fight because he the breadwinner. Girl, you protecting that bread. You protecting that money by any means necessary. What does Sweet Tea do? I know she's educated and has some sort of career or works remote or something. But girl, I'm not fighting for no man. I don't care how much you make. How much do psychiatrists make? Between $100,000 and $200,000? No, that wouldn't get me to fight no big ass dude that look like King. I'm not fighting no big chocolate 6-something Jamaican with abs for my short man. I'm sorry, Glasses. This might be the end of the road for us. I don't know, child. Anyway, so I don't know what Sweet Tea had going on, but girl, I hope you wasn't out there trying to fight no King on the beach. If anything, you should have slapped Quad. That's who you should have slapped because she the one low-key started it all. Well, like I said, Sweet Tea started it all. Quad pushed it to the limit. But no. When your man getting into it with somebody, Sweet Tea, for future reference, if Dr. G is getting into it with another man, slap the wife. Don't try to slap the man. That's how you get knocked out, girl, I guess. But we don't know if Dr. Heavenly lying. Do y'all believe what Dr. Heavenly said? She also said that in the argument when Phaedra and Shireen was arguing, she said that Shireen was dragging Phaedra for filth. She said Shireen was dragging Phaedra for filth, and basically Phaedra said when Phaedra called her a bad built bitch, a BBB, she said when she called her a BBB, Shireen didn't hear that. So they were all sitting in the same area, and I was wondering why Shireen didn't say nothing or why nobody said nothing when Phaedra called her a bad built bitch. So earlier, like last week or whatever, Heavenly was saying that they all be mic'd, and if somebody, she was alluding to the fact that Phaedra said something under her breath, and then when it aired, they turned her mic up so you could hear, so like us, the viewers, we could hear it, but in real time, the people there couldn't hear her say those things because she whispered it. She said it, like low. Some people were speculating maybe it was a voiceover. I don't know what the tea is, but I wonder, are we going to see this on Real Housewives of Atlanta? I wonder, is a part of Phaedra's storyline on Real Housewives of Atlanta going to be the Shireen and the Apollo stuff? And if so, is Phaedra trying to help Apollo get a check? Or will she feel a different way about Apollo now that him and Shireen allegedly getting a divorce? I don't know, girl. But do y'all believe Dr. Heavenly? Either way, I'm going to err on the side of Scorpio and not the Scorpio from Bessemer, Dr. Heavenly, I'm talking about Phaedra, and say she went ahead and checked Shireen because Shireen was out of line anyway. I was calling her LaToya Jackson, but we knew, what's her new name? Miss Nikki Baby? I don't know, y'all. I like Miss Nikki Baby, though. And I don't like Shireen. That's why I'm going to call her LaToya Jackson. She do look like Miss Nikki Baby, but I like Miss Nikki Baby. I like Miss Nikki Baby. She gets money. Anyway, so tell me what y'all thought about the whole, the fight, what Dr. Heavenly had to say. I want to know next season, are we still going to get the Quad King, Dr. G, and Sweet Tea thing? Are y'all over it or y'all ready for more? Because I feel like as long as all four of them going to be on the show, we always going to get that drama. It's never going to be flowers and roses after Dr. G was about to get his ass whooped and Sweet Tea, you know, feeling some type of way about Quad. Because I do think that Sweet Tea feels some type of way about Quad. Anyway, let's talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville real quick. So, first I got a question. Over the weekend, when I was doing my young thing, didn't Trish allegedly come out and say she was tired of being verbally and abused and stuff like that? Did we ever find out, was she talking about Ken or was she talking about Marquez? Was that ever clarified? And I wonder, after she was when she was bringing out these receipts about Marquez and these texts, was that to say that Marquez was the abusive one, or was it Ken? Because we don't know if Ken is physical with Trish. However, we know he do get aggressive. We can tell by how he acted in the finale, and we can tell that, you know, him and Marquez then had a few ruffles and scuffles, which that don't mean he would necessarily put his hands on a woman, and I'm not putting that jacket on him, even though I don't like Ken, but we ain't gonna do that. Did we ever find out who Trish was talking about? I don't know. So allegedly, Marquez in his little interview, he been doing interviews with everybody. I told y'all he did that interview with Queen Sheba. He also did an interview with Bro Chat the other day. He's just going on I guess he's going on an interview tour. And Trish, they're watching it and bringing out receipts to refute everything. Anyway, so allegedly, he said he sent those texts after they got into an altercation, and he accidentally hit his son during the altercation that he had with Ken. So Marquez allegedly, remember they said that he had a fight. So allegedly they did have a fight. He accidentally hit the son, and that's why he was mad. And him and Trish was texting each other back and forth, clowning and acting a fool. And he said that he regrets that and yada, yada, yada. I don't care how mad I am, certain shit I'm just not going to say. It's not even going to come into my brain to say no shit like that to somebody. So I don't know if I necessarily believe that. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think about the Marquez and these texts. There was also another text that he had just sent, I believe, like earlier this week. So even if he does regret sending those crazy angry texts, he doubled down and sent more texts in the DM. You know, he DM'd her more crazy shit just recently. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to believe that you really regret sending the old, you know, the old scary texts because y'all had an altercation when you just did something, you know what I'm saying, just a day ago. I don't know. A lot of the people were saying, I saw y'all in my comments, some people were saying maybe the texts are fake because he is cool with Martell. You know, I don't know. Tell me if y'all feel like the text's real. Like I said, we know that Trish lied and Marquez lied, so we really don't know what's true. What I do know is that Carlos King ain't said shit. Mum's the word. Carlos, how are you the face of Black reality TV? I believe that's what he said in his most recent Twitter rant. He said he was the face of Black reality TV. Baby, if this is Black reality TV, you need to come hither, come forth, and straighten this mess out, because it's looking like a lot of violence, a lot of toxicity, and we watching the breakdown of a Black family. Not just this Black family, but we watched Martell and Melodies, which that's Martell's fault, but we watched it in HD, Mr. King of reality, Black reality TV. We watched Tisha and them go through it. We watched the breakdown of that family, because not necessarily with her husband, but with her relationship with Kiki. So if you the face of Black reality TV, why is it that we continuously see breakdown of Black families and relationships on your watch, Mr. King of Black reality TV? I don't know. Somebody asked Carlos. Anyway, so I don't know if y'all seen this, but there is a page on Instagram, and I don't know this to be true, but the page is called Domestic Violence Advocate. And on the page, one of the posts, mind you, this page follows Carlos King, Love and Marriage Huntsville, all of the things. Of course, they follow a bunch of bloggers and all of this other stuff. But on the page, one of the posts, it's only 2 posts. The last post, which was posted, I believe, last week, it says, it's hashtag Love and Marriage Huntsville. Love and Marriage Huntsville has a woman beater as a cameraman, suffered 2 black eyes, strangulation, concussion, multiple bruises, and a broken nose. He is extremely dangerous. I was like, what? Now, it's a faceless page, so we don't know who this person is, and we don't know if this person is trying to protect herself, protect his or her self, or his or her identity. But they're alleging that one of the cameramen that works for Kingdom Reign, and of course they hashtag on network Kingdom Reign. I told you they follow Carlos King and all of the things. They're alleging that they have a dangerous cameraman on set. How many dangerous men is it on Love and Marriage Huntsville? We already know that Martell Holt is allegedly problematic and allegedly got physical with somebody during the reunion. We already know that Ken and Marquez got, beef and have had physical altercations. And with these last text messages that Marquez allegedly saying, I'm sorry, that's too dangerous for me to say we can both DIE on TV. I'm scared to watch it because I'm scared of what I might see and what you might decide to air. Anyway, so tell me what y'all think about all of that. I'm not sure if y'all saw that Instagram post or y'all follow that Instagram page, but it's looking scary over there, Mr. Face of Black Reality TV. And OWN still ain't said nothing. That's what's really has me like, OWN still ain't said nothing. They ain't put out no disclaimer. They didn't put out an official statement about Melody. I don't even think they put out an official statement about Kiki. I don't know. Anyway, but in other news, since we're talking about Marquez, one of my best friends told me this information yesterday. So then, of course, I got on the YouTube streets and got to the bottom of it. Baby, not y'all back on the tip that Marquez, the gray-eyed Gumby, might be out here popping Boonchie Cat from Atlanta to Huntsville. I'm just going to tell y'all what was said, friend. I don't know. All this is alleged. I'm not trying to out anybody. And I was wondering, why is it, I'm sorry, Kingdom Reign is ran by a gay black male. And a lot of gay black males occupy the Love and Marriage Huntsville fan space. Why y'all keep outing people? I thought the LGBTQIA was against outing people. Is it okay to out somebody if they DL though? Because I feel like y'all doing a service to us women by outing the DL men. I don't know, girl, but allegedly they said that there is some sort of video recording of Marquez in the Huntsville streets with some menses on camera doing some sexual things, and no women are around. I'm not gonna say sexual, I'm gonna say strange. Some strange shit, because I haven't seen the video. I don't know exactly what the contents of the video is. People have been, when they explain it, they've been really vague about the whole situation. However, I do know when we first got introduced to Marquez, a lot of people were speculating that. I'm always a little skeptical of any man that wants to move to Atlanta that's not in the music industry. Now, if you move to Atlanta and you in the entertainment industry, I understand, because it's the black entertainment mecca. But if you just, I don't know. I'm going to take that back. I'm going to take that back. How even Atlanta does have like a huge population of LGBTQs, you know, yeah. But one of my best friends in law school, he always wanted to move to Atlanta, and he moved to Atlanta, and he loved it because there's so many beautiful women in Atlanta. So even if people think Atlanta is a quote unquote gay city, if you're a straight male, you can move there and get all of the girls. You can get all of the girls. I don't know. The moral of the story is we know that Trish been alluding to the fact that he's been messing with dudes, or every time she get into it with him, she be like, I know what, you know. We know how Trish do. She'll lean up. What she say? I don't want to lean up on your ass. The moral of the story is it's been a lot of rumors. Trish always kind of alludes to him doing something with dudes, or he don't want her to expose him and all of the things. So now there's allegedly some footage floating around in the atmosphere of Marquez doing something strange and messing with the Santana type of boys. I don't know. I don't necessarily get that vibe from Marquez. I mean, but you never know. I also didn't get the vibe that he'll say some of the things on that text message. So I kind of feel bamboozled. Exactly. So I don't know. Tell me what y'all think about that whole situation. Speaking of Saucy, like I said, I'm not going to review the whole episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, but I did want to talk about Saucy and Spice getting into it. Because I was like, I thought that was kind of cool. Because I know when she was first talking about doing the album or whatever, Saucy was going to be on the album. And I thought it was a good idea because I like Saucy. Like, his last few singles was kind of poppy, but old school Saucy Santana was fire. And it was kind of hood, and it was good. It was good. I like Saucy's music. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to listen to some of that today. Google Saucy Santana trap niggas. And go down that whole little release. Saucy used to be the shit. Anyway, so they sitting down at Rennie Rucci little get together. They having a little get together because Rennie Rucci just had her baby. She popping back out. So they having like a little get together or whatever. So Saucy, Spice, and Rennie is at the table and they just talking this shit, right? So they start talking about Zell. And Zell, we know that Zell was in the studio with Spice, and Spice was being messy with that other girl, talking about she gonna manage her. So Spice is talking about, hey, yeah, we was in the studio, you know, I'm on my producing shit. So Saucy was like, well, if you the producer, you should have told Zell he too busy trying to diss me and Chef D, and Chef D ain't even thinking about Zell. I think Zell is jealous of Chef D because Saucy always run back to Chef D. And Chef D is fine. I hated them big teeth and I hated him on Bad Boys. But Chef D is fine. So I do think Zell is jealous of Chef D. But it's Saucy's fault for being a 304. Anyway, so Saucy is telling Spice and Rennie Rucci, like, yeah, Zell should have been focusing on his craft and talking about him losing a baby and stuff. But instead, he in the studio on some bullshit talking about Chef D trying to diss him. And he was like, as a producer, you should have just kept it real and made him, and he should have been making a real song. Spice immediately gets offended and was like, no, we ain't gonna do that. Like, I was making a real song. And he was like, that's the reason why I decided not to do your album, the cast album that Spice is doing. Saucy said, that's why I declined your album, because they need to do some real shit. I'm not here for that fake shit. Spice immediately gets offended. But this my thing. Saucy was 100% right. Even though Saucy clown like that, Saucy really does do music and he does a good job at it. Spice, if you was the producer, we said this last season, if you was the producer and you wanted people to take this album seriously, you wouldn't have let Amy and Bambi diss each other on that album, because that was stupid. Now Amy is married to Dwight Twinkle Toes, exactly, and she don't even give a damn about Scrappy. Scrappy didn't block Amy. So this whole diss track and the music behind it is trash. You wouldn't have had Shekinah rapping on the album. Who gonna take an album seriously with Shekinah rapping? So I feel like yeah, Spice, you tried to lead with the bullshit and let them play in your face about this cast album. And that was why Jock told you, no, I'm not taking this shit seriously and I'm not doing it. So I don't think Santana was wrong because Jock essentially told you the same thing. Anyway, child. So Spice immediately gets offended. She was like, don't tell me my shit some bullshit. Let's talk about your streams on Spotify because I got this many streams and you ain't got no streams. Santana was like, first of all, I was telling the truth. This bitch immediately went to Spotify streams because she feel like she better than everybody else. But I got more streams than everybody you have on your album. I feel bad for Rennie because ain't Rennie on the album? So he was talking about her too, which that's no cap. Spice may have way more streams than Saucy, but Saucy literally do have way more streams than everybody on the album. Bambi, Amy, Rennie, Chaotic, all of them hoes. Erica Banks, everybody. So then Spice starts getting the attitude. She was like, no, you a one-hit wonder. You a TikToker because, you know, he had that hit song Walk. So she playing in his face like, that's the only hit song you have. You a one-hit wonder. Saucy is like, whatever, you old raggedy hoe. He should have called her a blue hair hoe. That would have got it. You should have threw in that blue hair because we need to discuss that blue hair. I know that's her signature, but can we get a change? Anyway, child. So Spice is like, no, I'm Grammy nominated. I'm that bitch. What she say? I done been to Paris, Germany, the UK hoe. All you gonna do... She said, all you gonna do is throw ones and smoke hookah in the club because that's who you are, or some shit like that. And then Saucy was like, bitch, I'm in the club 7 days a week and they play Saucy all the time. I don't never hear no Spice in no club. I said, touche, bitch. Exactly. I don't know. So tell me what y'all think. I feel like Spice was wrong and Spice took offense. The way Saucy was talking, though, maybe, yeah, it kind of felt like he was kind of throwing shade to her, but it was true shade. You should have, if you this Grammy Award winning, you've been in the industry for 25 years, you're a legend in your own right, and Spice is a legend in her own right, but you should have known better than to allow them to play in your face on this cast album. Because you actually could have made it a good thing. That song with Scrappy she had did well. If you would have got a good song from Saucy Santana, that would have been good. Imagine if you would have got a good song from Young Jock. You could have made this album something. Erica Banks, because Erica Banks can rap. I know a lot of people don't like her, but Erica Banks can rap. She got flow. That's why they call her the flow queen. Anyway, girl. So that's what really happened on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Love and Hip Hop is getting boring. Miami and Atlanta wasn't really giving too much. Marcus and Ray J got into it. Ray J and Princess was being so petty this last episode. And it's giving, Princess, that's why y'all belong together. Because you was smiling and sipping your straw. And you was there for Ray J. Ray J was throwing bread on Marcus. Marcus is a grown-ass man. Why are you throwing something at him? Because if these cameras wasn't here, I guarantee you Ray J would not be throwing no damn bread at Marcus. Because Marcus looked like he'll beat your ass. And I firmly believe if Brooke was there, she probably would have tried to snatch Princess up. Mind you, Princess might have beat her ass. But I don't think Brooke would have sat there and allowed that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is giving old tricks, new dogs, or new old dogs, new tricks. I don't know. It's giving Trick-a-Lot records. It wasn't really good at all. So I'm not going to review it this week, child. That was all it was to talk about. But tell me what y'all think about the Spice and Saucy Santana shit. I still think Spice is sneaky, messy, and problematic. I don't care if she is the dance hall queen. She a problematic ass dancing bitch. Tell me what y'all think about all of the Ken stuff. Not Ken, but Marquez stuff and these text messages. Do y'all think he's apologetic? Do y'all think Carlos King gonna ever say something, Mr. Face of Black Reality TV? I guess, child. And do y'all think he buy a 12-pack of douches? I'm just playing. And then also tell me what y'all think about the Dr. Heavenly King sweet tea of it all. Was Phaedra pump faking, or did she really shade Shireen? And I still stand on what I said, friend. We could talk about it in the comments all day. I don't think King was wrong. And if he was trying to bully and punk Dr. G, good. Why your short ass always talking that shit, which I feel like it's a double standard. Because if we go over to Love and Marriage Huntsville, everybody was just snickling and giggling about Martell getting called out for hollering and talking shit and being in women's business. Just like Marceau. We always get on them about being in women's business and doing all of the things. So Married to Medicine and Dr. G is nothing different. If you hollering at your wife, cursing at her, hollering at your ex-wife, cursing at her, we already heard that you was allegedly physical with your ex-wife. I want a dude like King to punk you, and now you a doctor and you don't want to fight. Oh, but you will holler and curse these women out or put your hands on a woman behind closed doors. But with King, I'm a doctor. I can knock glasses out. Anyway, fuck glasses. I'll talk to you later, friend. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video. I'll come to y'all later and we'll talk a little shit about some other shit. Okay? Okay. Bye.